You can put almost any frail object in a box, and provided it's held firm, you can shake it about no end.
Hi. One of my New Year's promises to you was to grow the economy.
But if it's loose in a box, that's another matter.
And that's about investing in local areas in order to create jobs and help deliver on that promise.
A car is a box on wheels, but a box just the same.
Now, I'm out and about seeing levelling up in action.
It doesn't matter who you are or what you are.
Now, you can follow my progress as I go around the country today.
It doesn't matter who you are or what you are.
Here online, or alternatively, go to the
Clunk Click every trip.
Prime Ministerial. So vote for Rishi.
Thank you for listening to Two Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes. Tish, look out, look out, look out. Hello everybody, welcome to Talking to Our Souls, our 23rd episode on the 23rd of January. It's freezing, but it's nearly the end of January, which brings us into February, which means there's only 10 months left of the year 2023. So it's all the 2 3s. There we go. Nice to see you. I'm Steve Henn. Over there we have...
I don't need to wear a seatbelt. I'm an Indian. And Prime Minister, Mr. Singh.
I thought you were just saying I'm an Indian, so I don't have to wear a seatbelt. But do you know, I forget about his race, bless him. I just look at him and think, I don't like you.
Well, the Indian race, trying to forget about him as well. So,
what? I thought you were going to say have Clunk Click every trip, but did you like my little intro I made, with our Jimmy Sav?
I was a bit disturbed with some of it, but yeah. Where did you find that?
I can remember watching it. See, this is the thing that bugs me about Rishi Sunak's faux pas. It's like we used to get loads of educational videos and stuff that the British Film Foundation and safety movies to tell you like there was one of my favourites where driving to the top of the hill you can get caught by aliens. That's because if you overtake on a hill you could hit another car coming, and I remember those. Think once, think twice, think bike. And I remember Jimmy Savile's Clunk Click every trip, but that was for the front seat then, that one, I think, because I think rear seatbelts came in 91. I think.
I just had a joke come to my mind then. I just thought it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't be good. Anything to joke about Jimmy Savile, is it really? So.
Well, yeah, it's I only put him on because I think the irony of Jimmy Savile next to the richest prime minister we've ever had. I don't get it. I don't get how he can do that video without a seatbelt on. Because if they'd have said take the seatbelt off because it will look better on the video, then he's the Prime Minister. I don't know if he's got security in the car. I know he's surrounded by policemen on bikes. But if they say take your seatbelt off, he's probably thinking, somebody will think, well, you can't do that because we're filming it, so it look, it's not right. I think he never wears a seatbelt in the car.
Well, he was in the back seat, yeah, and I think he's that generation, and I'm that generation where there was a time when in the back seat you didn't need to wear a seatbelt.
91, it came in.
It was in 91, yeah. I was a kid then, and we never used to wear a seat. I think it was after that, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't, because it was before my children were born. Because I remember the first day it came in. I think we were going to do a show somewhere, and I was in the back of the car with this other lad who didn't have his seatbelt on. We were on the motorway, and a police car pulled up next to us, flashed its lights, and pointed at my mate to put his seatbelt on in the back seat.
Okay.
So
Mark,
it was before my children were born, so that 91 does seem very, very plausible.
Because I remember as a kid, there was that time when you didn't need to wear a seatbelt, and he was bought in. There's a generation there. It doesn't feel as important as you were to wear in the front. Everyone knows in the front seat you've got to wear a belt.
Yeah, but if you don't wear one in the back, you'll kill the person in front of you.
I think Boris was in the front seat, wasn't he? But no, but I think like I said, that certain generation is that it's like there's that grey area where it was okay, now it's not okay. But then there's younger people who've been brought up with that message and say they will put the belt on every time.
I always put my belt on in the back seat. Even like the other day, which was Christmas Day, which wasn't the other day now, was it? It was a month ago, where we got a taxi back. Oh no, it was our friend's car, but there was 3 of us in the back seat, and we're all quite large people in the back seat, and it was very difficult to find the seatbelts, and so we couldn't. I was desperately trying to get a seatbelt on, but I was groping my mate's wife at the time. Even though it looks the other way around.
Well, I can guarantee you, I think on the motorway, I think the faster you go, you definitely got to have a rear seatbelt on.
But you should. I mean, it's the law, part 1, right? That's why you should have a seatbelt on. You could kill the person in front of you, and I would assume, as he's the Prime Minister, he's got people in the front seats as well. I bet it's his detective.
I remember I was a kid.
Or a munchkin.
I was a kid with a family friend, and I was in the back seat, and I was jumping up and down as they were driving, and a police car pulled over and had a word with me.
Because you were bouncing up and down on this man's knee?
No, because the family friend was white and I was Indian. Who was this black bastard jumping up around the back?
I apologise for our police in the 60s. Oh, I'm funny. Well, I'm not. I'm just a twat. So yeah, but he got a fine though, didn't he? He got a fine. He's got a fixed penalty. That's his second fixed penalty notice.
50 quid. That's going to hurt him.
Is it 50 he has to pay because he's paying it straight away?
Probably. What's he got?
He probably says something like, "We put my hand down the back of the sofa." It's the fact that he's the Prime Minister, and there will be people now who will not wear their seatbelts in the back because they've seen Rishi do it, and they won't.
They're fickling.
These are the people that vote for him, so you knew that before you actually said that.
Well, I'm just saying, if anyone follows his example, they are thick.
Well, if the Prime Minister could do it, then I can say it to a police officer, and the police officer will have to let me off because it's the Prime Minister. So I mean, that's why he had to be fined as well. He had to be fined.
I like to see that. Someone police officer comes up. I'm the Prime Minister. I don't need to wear a seatbelt. It ain't gonna work, is it?
He can get away with a lot of other fucking shit. Him and his bloody. This is a Zahawi guy. Zahawi from Stratford, the horse enabler. Can you remember the positions he was in? Don't say 69, but like what places in the cabinets?
Well, he was in charge of finance, wasn't he? As Chancellor.
Yes,
Right?
That was a short-lived.
The vaccine. It was a
vaccine. Tsar. Did they call him a Tsar?
Nadine's a Zahawi, vaccine Zahawi.
Then I think, did he go to education?
I think so. It might be an education.
After that one,
he got caught in a position of compromise with a horse.
Nay. He heated his horse's stable and didn't claim the right tax on it. He's a 20,000 majority though in Stratford upon Avon up the road from me. So it was Secretary of State for Education, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Minister for Equalities, Minister for Intergovernment Relations, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Chairman of the Conservative Party, Minister without portfolio is what he is now. Oh, Gavin's Minister without portfolio as well.
Frankly, Russia should go away and shut up.
We didn't talk about the tanks. We could talk about the tanks, couldn't we?
Thanks a lot. You say thanks a lot, but they're not getting a lot of tanks, are they?
No, but I heard an ex-army. I'm going to call him a colonel. He might have fallen off a sweet corn. I don't know. He could be a. That's a brilliant joke. So I think he was a major, and he was saying that the tanks for the memories. The big tanks that they want from Germany are too heavy. Like they really are. They're big, and I think they're 60 tons. Right? They won't be able to cross most of the bridges in Ukraine.
I'm struggling with this subject matter, Steve, to make it funny.
Oh dear. Right, let's not talk about war then. We could still go back and talk about...
I'm a massive crack addict. Total crack addict.
Oh, we could talk about Top Gear.
Coke, Top Gear.
No, the Top Gear as in, what his name? Was it Top Gear? Jearmy?
Forgot his name. Jearmy Top Gear Clarkson.
Yeah.
We could talk about Jearmy Clarkson, but I don't really like him very much at all, so I won't say anything positive about him, apart from, yay, Amazon.
I wish they would have got rid of him for another reason. There are plenty of reasons. He's a twat. I consider him to be a racist. He's a twat.
Yes. I was going to say...
He's a twat.
I could forgive his racism because I think he's a horrible person.
He's a twat.
His racism is probably the worst thing he does. He's just all over horrible.
He's a twat. I remember there was this was on BBC Top Gear, right? And one of the challenges that they had to build a bridge over the River Kwai. So they built this bridge, and there was an Asian guy walking on the bridge. Jearmy goes, I think there's a slant on the bridge.
No.
Yeah, that happened.
I thought because
that was on the BBC's Top Gear. He's a twat. They think it's all over.
It is now.
There's a slope on it.
At that time, they could get away with all that stuff. I mean, come on, Little Britain wasn't that long ago.
Mind you, I didn't think it was right at the time, though. But I'm very sensitive to my fellow human beings.
I did find some parts of it funny. Yeah, I'm a lady, but now you couldn't do that now on TV, could you? They were blacking up. I mean, that was.
I think we should have more blacking up on TV. I think it's. It's horrendous that we thought it was that nowhere in our subconscious or any conscious whatsoever that it was wrong on any level that we saw it. We never saw it as wrong.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do my stand-up comedy, and it's not very PC. You've seen it, right?
It's not very funny either.
But I try to be ironic. I try and play both sides. It's like rain. So, like an example, if I'm making fun of my own heritage, then I'll turn it around and start making fun of the people laughing at that heritage. Try and do that anyway.
But comedy's good because it should make you think. It should make you think. That's why it's a weird thing, this cancel culture. It's like, comedy does have to push boundaries.
Jearmy Clarkson, I can't remember the actual quote, but he wanted to see a naked go down the street.
Yeah, he wanted Meghan Markle walk down the street, like so people throwing stuff at her.
What I always said, if someone else had said that, would they got the same treatment? Or is it because it's Jearmy Clarkson? Because he's a twat?
Oh, good point. Well, you see, he didn't do it with any irony whatsoever. He also brought in Fred West's wife into it as well.
I didn't know that.
So, he was obviously going for the trio and Jenny Cranky.
The Crankies?
No, what's her name? Scottish lady.
The First Minister.
Yes, I can call her Cranky, can't I?
He called her Cranky.
No, I don't know if he called her Cranky then, but I think he might have. But he brought in Rose West, Sturgeon, and Meghan, and it was all because people that he hated. So that's what he was saying. Because he was saying that he speaks for people like me.
Unfunny magicians.
It's Am's Joke of the Week. I did ask.
Steve,
no, it's fine, but you've ruined my thread now. You've ruined my thread. He says that all people of his age and colour don't like Meghan Markle. People on Twitter are saying things like that. Everyone knows that Meghan Markle's a liar. And I'm thinking, well, not everybody. And there's people who live in these bubbles where they think that they're the only ones their thoughts and opinions are shadowed with everyone else's. And that's why a lot of these government ministers saying that we can all live on 30p and did you know we do value ranges in supermarkets, haven't a clue what they're talking about.
What gets me, I don't know, you might put me right. I have not heard or seen anything from Harry or Meghan saying anything negative about Prince Andrew.
But they don't need to, though, do they?
I would have thought they would. I mean, if you're going to speak up about some certain things about the royal family, speak up about that as well.
Yeah, but they haven't. But what have they said about other? They've not said much about anybody really. They've just said about themselves and how they were treated. They've not really. Maybe apart from the racist horsewoman.
I mean, you've got
great joke.
Yeah, that's a big story. Still, why is he not said anything about that? If you're going to speak about the royal family, I think
he's a better person. Why he doesn't need you don't need to talk about. Why would you need to talk about Prince Andrew? Because if he talks about Prince Andrew, although it would be quite amusing, the press would then defend Prince Andrew.
I would love to see that. That's why not.
That would be hilarious.
He wants to be a millionaire.
Oh shit, that might go.
I think it looks like it's going to go. Yeah.
Hey, and if it does go, they might feel obliged to put a woman in instead of Jearmy Clarkson, who would be the best host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Jimmy Cranky.
Jimmy Cranky's... Oh, he is a girl. Jesus, that's a gender minefield.
Is Jimmy Cranky? Which one's the lady? What's her name?
Yeah, but her character's Jimmy Cranky, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think it is Jeanette, but I'm not sure.
I suppose you could get...
Oh, Rachel Riley. She's clever.
She's okay, but you need someone who's a bit cheeky, don't you?
I love Claudia Wilkerman, but I don't think she'd be the right fit. We've gone up an alley there that we can't get out of, Av.
I'm thinking Davina McCall.
She's too old. She might be coming. I think she might be coming back for the new Big Brother, which starts at the end of Love Island.
Oh, I tell you what I would like. In the afternoon, she does a show on Channel 4. Lunch with Steph, or dinner with Steph.
Oh, Steph McGowan.
That's it. Yeah. I think she's good. She could do it.
When she's on Have I Got News for You, hosting to keep control of Ian and Paul.
I think she'd be a good one.
No, there you go. That's it. She'd be good because she's quite assertive and funny. She is funny.
Yeah, she's relatable to the general public. I think. Oh, I think that I'll give myself a pat on the back for that one. If you're watching, Steph. If you want to watch it, but
of course she will. Now, if you're listening to this, you have no idea what's going on, right? I don't know if we said about it last week. Went to the opticians and they couldn't see him, and he's got some glasses. And I said to him, "Don't put them now. Don't show me now." I said, "Put them on when I go to a video." So he's just put his glasses on, and he looks like a fucking serial killer, or the Asian Steve Carell.
Who's Steve Carell?
From The Office, the 40-year-old virgin. Probably you know him as.
Oh right, I look like Steve Carell.
With the glasses, well, there's one glasses that he's got, so it accentuates your nose. Those glasses do. So when the ladies, because I was telling me earlier that he tried on a few pairs, and the lady said, "I'll tell you which ones suit you."
Well, you see, I did my test, and they're going to go downstairs, and the lady came and said, "Just pick a bunch of glasses, and we'll tell you which ones suit your face." So I picked about 5 or 6 pairs. But I was looking at. He's like, buy one, get one free. So I'm looking at a particular price range. So I pick them. So I'm putting them on. And she's saying, no, those don't suit you, or these suit you. So I thought, look, these ones I think look okay. I'm like, okay. Right. And then I put another pair on.
Oh, that's very sexy, people. Honestly, if you're listening to this, go to YouTube and watch the episode. The episode is going to be called Nurse, I Said Remove His Spectacles.
The problem is, I think these are a bit old lady type glasses.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
But
So you'll be able to read this then now with you've got your glasses.
what pissed me off was Money Saving Expert came on and he put a deal out there, £30 for a pair of glasses with prescription.
And how much did you pay?
2 pairs, eye test, and one that's got this non-reflective. That's extra 30, like £170.
So you could have got a deal a week later for £30.
I could have got 2 pairs for £60.
Well, they saw you coming.
That is a disgrace.
You got 2 pairs of glasses. So you've got 1 pair and you've got a spare. I held up the spare, just in case you didn't understand how hilarious that was. So cold, I've actually breathed on my glasses and they've steamed up. That's an attractive.
I'm finding that. I was working today, I was just breathing. As I'm breathing, my glasses were steaming up. I was like, I feel old just talking about wearing glasses.
But no, you're getting on with them, all right?
I suppose.
As people come up to you and call you Specky Four Eyes.
No, I just wear them when I'm reading up, like my phone or close to your screen when working.
Yeah.
And I don't wear them otherwise, just for reading, close up.
I wore mine very, very occasionally, and then it just became easier and easier. Like you walk around them on your head or around your neck, and it just becomes easier because your eyesight gets worse as you get older. And there's a good 20 years between us, isn't there, Av? Or about 18.
I thought it was about 30, wasn't it? I'm 30.
Yeah, around the middle. Wow, that was a quick 20 minutes. We rushed through that. I apologise for Av's juttering. I'm going to blame his Wi-Fi. It could just be that he's getting old and his flesh is not catching up with his thoughts. I don't know what I'm saying, Av. I don't know. Have you got any wise words to say to the people?
No.
So, join us all again next week when you'll hear us talk exclusively from our souls.
Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So